Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we're filming Testing New Makeup, episode 29. Oh my goodness, I have some stuff from a new brand that I've never tried before. Some new foundation, a new concealer, a new sponge, question mark? So if you guys are curious to hear my first impression thoughts, then just keep watching. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. My name is KARENHARRIS. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube. I started this series kind of at the end of last year, and I took it more seriously this year because it's just a fun way to test out a bunch of new makeup. So if you like to see me test new makeup, if you like to hear about new eyeshadow palettes, new blushes, all of the new things, sometimes I sprinkle in some older products as well, then this is the place for you. Highly recommend subscribing, turning on that bell so you're notified every time I post. And without further blabbering, let's get into it. Okay, so I placed a little bit of an Ulta order, and I also placed a order from Gloss Gods. We'll talk about the eyeshadow palettes in a second, but now let's go ahead and see what I got from Ulta and let's put it on my face. So I'm really interested in this new foundation from Smashbox, so I did pick that up. I also picked up the Halo Healthy Glow 4-in-1 Perfecting Pen, so that's exciting. And I grabbed a new sponge. What are they calling this? So this is the Real Techniques Miracle 2-in-1 Powder Puff. So the pink side is the side one for powder and side two is for liquid. I love this packaging. It's so cute. One puff, two sides, expert blending made easy. So the squishy silicone center plus a reversible band is for ultimate control. Oh, that's cool. Side one is new plush fibers, perfectly pick up plus apply any powder. So we're definitely going to use that side. And this could be the next big thing. Who knows? So I grabbed two of them. But I have some products that I've been using for a while now, like this Huda Faux Filter Corrector. You guys know I love this one. So I'm just going to apply it really quickly on my under eyes. Actually, I should probably just put some on where I have some discolorations as well. But I do have my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer on, so let's go ahead and see how this does. It feels super weird using a sponge without wetting it, but I'm glad that I read the instructions because I was like, how do I use this? But I love the shape of this because I like the little point for getting in the under eyes, and we have new foundation and stuff to try out, so it'll be quite the experiment. But in case you haven't seen a few of my other testing new makeup videos, I've been loving this Huda color corrector, so it's been really nice. So I'm gonna use, I think, the foundation first and then try out the concealer. I'm being honest, I'm a little nervous about the concealer because it sounds like it's a glowy concealer. I don't really know. We'll talk about that in a second, but I did grab the Smashbox Always On Skin Balancing Foundation, Hyaluronic Acid, and Adept. I don't know. Okay, so I grabbed the shade M20W, which their shade descriptions were very interesting. I looked at the pictures and I did my best. Really like this packaging. So on here it says, need more hydration or oil control? This primer infused foundation helps balance skin while delivering buildable radiant coverage with 16-hour wear. Infused with hyaluronic acid and blah blah blah, medium to full coverage with a radiant finish. Complexion looks natural and even. Transfer fade and crease resistant, won't cake, flake, or streak. Dermatologist tested. Shake well before application. Build and blend liquid foundation as needed. Okay. Interesting. 16-hour wear, huh? Well, I'm about to go to a street fair, so I feel like this is really gonna get a good test, and I will update you guys in the description box. I really like the packaging. It kind of gives me like the L'Oreal, is it the Infallible foundation vibes, but the bottle is a little bit nicer. I'm nervous about this sponge. Do I turn it around? I guess. Okay. What do we think of the color match? Why is my hair in my way? I think this is a really good shade match. I just tried out the new Hourglass tint, the skin tint. That one's really nice too. And this one feels really nice too. I really like this color on me. So hopefully when I go outside, I will like it too. Hopefully it blends perfectly with my skin. But look at this side with the foundation. This side, no foundation. It definitely looks glowy, but I like how my skin is looking so far. So that's really, really nice. This sponge though is gonna take some getting used to, I'm not gonna lie. It feels really weird because I'm so used to the shape of like a beauty blender and like pouncing. So I feel like I really have to like press this in. But it seems to be working nicely. Wow, I really like how this foundation looks. Holy moly. Just my skin just looks so perfected and healthy at the same time. So that is so promising. I am so hyped for this. Okay, let's calm down. Okay, so I'm like really impressed with how this foundation is looking. I think it looks super healthy. My skin looks glowy, but it's not like over the top. And the finish looks very natural. So I'm really, really stoked. We'll see how it wears. We'll see how it looks in natural light. All of the things, I will keep you guys posted. And then we have from Smashbox, this is the Halo Healthy Glow 4-in-1 Perfecting Pen. It says, use this lightweight primer-infused formula all over to conceal, correct, contour, and highlight. The blendable formula provides buildable medium coverage and delivers a natural radiant finish. For pro artist tips and tricks, visit smashbox.com. So the reason I'm nervous is it does sound like it's radiant, and I'm not really into a radiant concealer on my under eyes, but we'll give it a go. This one reminds me so much of a concealer. I think it was like a color corrector I had from MAC. One of my friends had purchased it and the shade was too dark for her, so she gave it to me like back in the day when I was still in college and I didn't have a ton of money to spend on MAC or makeup, so I was really excited when she gave it to me. But this was kind of what I was hoping this would be from MAC Cosmetics, and I believe Smashbox and MAC are both owned by Estee Lauder. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I feel like Smashbox stole that color corrector design from MAC, but maybe MAC still makes it. I haven't gone looking for it, but this has a twist up and I can see the product filling into the brush. So let's see how this turns out. I feel like this is kind of a genius product if you wanted to use it for a highlighter and a contour and stuff like that too, because it has that built-in brush. But we'll see how it does as a concealer. And oh, that's really creamy. The shade I got was, does it say on here what shade I got? Oh, here it is. I got M2OW. So I'm just putting that right here. So I love the brush applicator because, I mean, you can get like really precise, right? If you want to clean up. And like right here, I feel like I missed some concealer, so that is really nice about that applicator. So okay, could be promising. Okay, back to the weird Real Techniques sponge puff thing. So I'm just gonna press that in. Okay, so it looks nice. It doesn't look overly glowy. I'm just really pressing that in. I wonder if this new type of sponge puff thing is helping me, because I've never used something like this to apply makeup, so maybe I shouldn't have been so apprehensive about it, because I really like how both of these products are wearing, and I didn't think I was gonna love this concealer for a concealer because they described it as something you could use to contour and highlight, and I'm like, and you want me to use it on my under eyes too? How's that gonna work? But so far it's looking real nice. Okay, I'm really, really liking this. This is very, very shocking to me. I'm just really pressing the product in and I'm loving how it's looking. Very excited. Okay, so we're gonna use the other side to powder because we need to powder our under eyes and maybe a little bit on the nose as well. So I've just been using an oldie but a goodie. This is the Hourglass Veil Powder. And I did mention in a different video that they have actually launched this in 2 colors now. So there's a medium and a deep. Also, this is what they were mentioning, that you can flip this. And I definitely want to be able to flip it for the powder side. So I'm just going to tap this on. But yeah, they've launched 2 new shades of this powder. And I'm so excited because I really like this powder. I actually had a question from somebody that said that they also have dry skin. And they were wondering what my favorite powders are. This is definitely one of them. The other all-time favorite is the Sigma powder. And I use that a ton. But I finally decided I needed to give my other powders a chance and give that one a rest. So I grabbed this one. And I also like the Charlotte Tilbury one that's in the compact. That's like super duper famous. I can't remember the name of it. But you guys know which one I'm talking about. But I really, really like the Hourglass powder. And I like a lot of Hourglass products to begin with. So yeah, I just wanted to use this one again and remind myself about why I love it. I'm going to put some on my nose as well because I always feel like my foundation breaks up around my nose. And I always seem to have a runny nose, and the air quality isn't the greatest right now in Fargo because of the Canadian fires. Are you guys in Canada okay? Because the way these fires burn, I feel like Canada should be like ash by now. It's like every freaking week or two we have like a Canadian fire, and I'm like, what is going on up there? Like, what is happening in Canada? Oh my gosh. Anyways, so that is my base so far. And I don't really have any like new blush, highlighter, or bronzer at the moment. I did order the new Givenchy blush. I ordered one of them. I ordered the new ColourPop blush. I ordered the ColourPop bronzer stick. Obviously none of it's here yet, so we're just gonna play with what we have. But first I want to use the eyeshadow palette because the way you guys came for Gloss Gods, you guys showed up. You guys were like, Karen, you need to try Gloss Gods. It's so good. And of course, my friend Angie, I did ask her as well. She said she really liked their quality, and she said it reminded me of some of the other indie brands that are based in the US that she has tried. So I was very curious. I finally bit the bullet and I did it. So hopefully this video is going to be helpful to you guys. And I did go ahead and swatch and do close-ups of the palette as well. So I will show that to you guys and talk a little bit about the descriptions on the palette. So these are newer palettes from them. I think one is like a remastered, and then the other one I think is new. And I really thought it was cool, like the inspiration that they described that inspired these palettes. I thought it was really cool. One was the Lavender Skies, which was paying homage to like the midnight sun in Sweden, which I didn't really know much about. Like I know that phenomenon takes place in many different parts of the world, but I didn't know much about it, so I thought the description was really cool. The Color of Rain Effect eyeshadow palette. The palette has 11 metallic duochromes and multi-chrome shadows in different formulas and textures to stimulate the different colors of the rain, and one matte intense black shadow that you can use as a base to create intense effects and hues, just as light and darkness will change the colors of the rain. Lavender Skies Remix Eyeshadow Palette. Inspired by the midnight sun, the Nordic sky phenomenon where the sun never sets in the summer. The midnight sun is a 24-hour period of sunlight that can be experienced in the Swedish Lapland. The midnight sun creates breathtaking colors painted across the skies. So I will say it was a little bit expensive to order from Gloss God, which is why I was a little bit apprehensive. But I bought the Changing Skies palette bundle, so it retails for $91, and then you got a 10% discount, so it was $82. And let me just look at my actual Gloss Gods receipt that I got from the order I placed. So I used the code Angeshka and I saved $3.90. So I paid $74.10. So maybe it was even more discounted when it launched. I'm not 100% sure. Then they charged me $18 for shipping, which, you know what, I hate paying for shipping. But I decided to bite the bullet because you guys were so convincing. And so my total order was $92.10, so a little under $100, which I feel like is pretty pricey. I mean, especially for a brand I've never tried from outside of the US, but You guys know I love testing out Angie's recommendations. I've watched her channel for a long time and it's so cool to be friends with her now, but I definitely started off as a viewer. So I have bought so many of Angie's recommendations, and so I didn't hesitate when she recommended trying them. So yeah, that's about $46 for each palette, which isn't terrible. That's about the price of indie palettes anyway. So yeah, my face is prepped. I'm ready to try these on. And so yeah, this is a Swedish brand. These palettes are made in the PRC. And I was going to say one of my other favorite Swedish brands, Oden's Eye, is so great. I love them so much. So I wanted to try out another Swedish brand. And I think I'm going to use the Lavender Skies palette. Now, you would have seen swatches of the color of rain as well, but I had mentioned I'm going to a street fair, so I want to have kind of a cohesive look going, and I think this purpley palette looks beautiful. I'm filming this video on a Saturday, and I spent, oh my gosh, like 2-ish hours cleaning brushes this morning. It was kind of torture, but it's done. So I'm so happy. I'm so happy because once they dry, I'm going to have clean brushes to put back into my filming room. So I'm starting off with the shade called Purple Storm. Now this palette is definitely full of mid-tone shades. There's not really any deepening up shades, but I thought I could use the black from the Color of Rain palette if I really need to. But that is such a pretty purpley tone, and I'm just going all through the crease with that. It might have been kind of bold of me to use this dark shade all over the crease, but with my skin tone, I think I can pull it off. If you're lighter than me, I think this would be a fine kind of mid-tone purple shade that you could maybe use to deepen it up a little bit, but I just wanted to go all in purple all over the crease, and I wanted to use this color because it's like a really pretty purple shade. So yeah, this is kind of an interesting color story. It's not very like gloomy grungy colors. It's definitely more of those mid-tone purples. There's a really cool like reddish shade, which I'm assuming is like the sunset vibes, you know? So yeah, lots of fun shades in this palette. I think you can kind of take it in a few different directions. But that went on very nicely, and I'm going to try the shade called Daydream. I'm just going to put that on the, ooh, that is so pretty. I was like, I'm going to put that all over the lid and like on the edge of the crease down here. Wow. Okay. Okay, Gloss Gods, I see you. That is such a pretty like periwinkle blue kind of shade. So now for the lid shade, I am loving all of the metallics in here. I kind of wanted to use Evening Light just to kind of disturb the order of doing all these purples. So I think I'm going to be a bit of a rebel and do it and see how it looks. Why not? Maybe it'll look ugly. I don't think so. We'll see. We'll see. It's an experiment, right? So this is such a pretty like strawberry red kind of shade, and last time I checked, this thing is out. Like, I mean, it's not out, but it's not picking it up, so I'm gonna count this as empty. So I need to find a new spray for my shimmer shadows because I use like setting sprays. Which one should I use? I'm so sad that my beautiful MAC Fix Plus is out, but I've been trying to use that up, so I'm just gonna be that person. Do you guys do this? I mean, there's a little bit left. Hopefully it doesn't mess up the Cali Ray spray formula. I don't think it's going to, but I mean, I'm not gonna waste, guys. But yeah, I panned something. Look at me go. I'm such a project panner. Just kidding, but this was really good. The MAC Fix Plus Stay Over Alcohol-Free Long-Lasting Setting Spray, in case you guys were wondering. Okay, so I'm going to spray the shade with my Cali Ray, and this is Evening Light, and we're just going to start off. Ooh, that is such a pretty color. Okay, I wasn't in love with this color story, but now I'm so glad I picked it up because there was a different palette that they had launched. I think their last launch that I really was eyeing, and it was on sale, but I was like, Karen, you can't buy like 3 palettes from a brand you've never tried. Like, calm down. So I bought this bundle, and I didn't really want to buy an all shimmer palette, but I figured you guys might appreciate the swatches. But this, I would have never combined these colors together, just because I'm like, oh, you know, I'm all about the monochromatic eye looks, but I'm so glad that I've been like trying to force myself to play with contrasting colors, because like, oh my god, that is so pretty. Am I allowed to hype myself up? I don't care. It looks so good. What? I'm feeling the Barbie vibes. I am feeling the Barbie vibes with this pink and purpley look. I feel so girly. Oh my gosh, I love that. I love that so much. Okay, so I used this eyeliner from ColourPop that they sent me. This is the shade Honeydude. I just wanted to use like a lighter cream color just to open up the eyes, but oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited about this palette, you guys. It's so cute. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the shade Daydream, which is that periwinkle color, and I'm just gonna put that on the waterline and blend. Okay, next I'm gonna take the shade called Purple Storm that I used in my crease, and we're just gonna run that on the outer edge of Daydream, just because I want to match it. And I'm gonna pull Purple Storm up high into my crease and outer corner, because I like to have them connect. Okay, so I'm thinking for inner corner, I kind of want to do something fun, and I'm going to use this goldeny yellow shade in the inner corner. That's like a peachy yellow. Perfect. This is like such a fun take on like a sunset palette. I am loving this look, so I am just going to throw on some bronzer, some blush, some highlighter, and then some lipstick. I have a mascara that's not really new. Yeah, I'm just gonna finish this look up, and we'll talk about my first impression thoughts on this new makeup I tried out. Okay, friends, so here is the finished look. What do you guys think? Definitely let me know in the comments. Let me go ahead and tell you real quick what else is on my face today. My earrings are from Zara, by the way. I don't know if they're still available, but if they are, I will link them down below for you guys. And I did end up trying the Huda Beauty. This is the One Coat Wow mascara again. I used this in my last testing new makeup episode, and I wasn't that impressed. And the second time around, I'm really not that impressed either. I definitely had to use more than one coat. I actually did 3 coats, but this eye look definitely needs mascara because it's so like light and airy that it needs that definition of mascara. So I definitely had to go in with a few coats just to make my eyelashes pop, but whatever. I don't regret buying it, but I wouldn't say like, oh my gosh, you need to run out and buy it. I'm definitely a drugstore mascara gal, so I just love Huda and I wanted to try her mascara, but overall I just think it's alright. Today is another one of the new Blend Bunny liquid lipsticks. This is the shade Sweetheart. It's part of their Sugar and Grunge collection. I was sent the palette in PR, but I didn't get the lip product, so I bought them with my own money, and this is just a pretty mauve color. So I just wanted to wear it in this video so you guys can see it. I have one more that I haven't tried yet. So yeah, I'll be wearing them throughout different videos. And for lip liner, I don't know why I use this one, but in the light in my room, this looked more mauve than like a terracotta shade, but I use Fiery from Unearthly. This is definitely one of my favorite shades from their lip liners, and I think it actually worked out okay. I don't think it looks that harsh of a contrast, so just so you guys know. that was kind of an accident. And then for bronzer, I'm wearing the Always Sunny bronzer stick from Rare Beauty, and then I topped it with the Hourglass bronzer. This is the Radiant Bronze Light. Love that bronzer from Hourglass and the one from Rare Beauty as well. And then for blush, I decided to do something a little different. So I reached for this palette from Lethal, and I use this berry shade as my blush. And then for highlighter, I actually use this yellow blush. And since it has a bit of a sheen to it, I think it actually worked out really well. So you guys will have to let me know what your thoughts are on that, because I kept meaning to try the yellow blush and I hadn't. I don't think I ended up wearing it in any of my Lethal videos. So I finally tried it out. And so that is all of the products that are on my face today, other than the stuff we tested out. Oh, and then I did also use the Immortal liquid eyeliner from Unearthly. I used the shade Potion as just a little fun multi-chrome eyeliner. So if you guys have been wondering about these little Unearthly liquid multi-chrome eyeliners, they're really cute. I love the packaging that they did for these, and I think it's about $30 something for a pack of 4. So if you guys are looking for some really cute liquid multi-chrome eyeliners, check these ones out from Unearthly. So yeah, that's everything else that I used to complete this look. Now let's go ahead and talk about all the products I tested out today. Okay, I feel like usually I never have like a everything is really nice kind of video. Usually I have something to say about something, but I'm actually really feeling this whole situation today. I was very apprehensive about the Gloss Gods palettes because they were kind of pricey. Like I said, they were like almost $50 a palette. I bought these with my own money, and I just have gotten to the point where I have so many favorite indie brands and they consistently keep launching stuff. So there's never really like a free moment in my schedule where I can try a new brand. But I don't know, the last few weeks I was like, let me try some new things. So I actually am going to do a Moira video soon too. You guys had recommended a few products that I try from that brand. So that'll be a video coming up, and I tried Gloss Gods for the first time. So overall, I actually am pleasantly surprised by this palette. If you guys know me, this is not my color story. I'm definitely more of a green, blue kind of gal. And I was like, get outside your comfort zone. Stop buying the exact same palette from like 900 different brands. Try something new, and I'm pleasantly surprised with this. I thought the mattes performed beautifully. The shimmer shades were gorgeous. It foiled so stunningly on my lids, and I love the inner corner shade too. So I think my gamble paid off. I probably didn't need to buy this palette, but I figured since it was launching as a bundle, let me just grab it. So if you're looking for beautiful multi-chrome type shadows with a really good formula, I would recommend checking these out. I would compare these to some brands like It's Belle, SugarDrizzle. I mean, there's so many brands that are launching eyeshadow palettes like this, like all shimmer eyeshadow palettes. So especially if you're in Europe and you have a hard time getting a hold of these smaller US based indie brands, I would say check out Gloss Gods, because these are both really fun and they have a lot of other fun color stories as well. I am so pleasantly surprised. So lots of good things to say about that. And then let's talk about this sponge poof thing. I'm actually really happy with this. My gamble paid off. I am so excited to continue playing with this. I'm glad that I got 2 of them. Yeah, this really, I feel like, changed my makeup game. I hope that Real Techniques doesn't stop making these, because I mean, like, my foundation looks flawless, airbrushed, gorgeous, really happy with it. So I mean, I feel like some of it is due to this sponge. So yeah, this is really cool. And it wasn't even that pricey. And yeah, I really like how this applied my makeup. It was very different for me. I mean, usually I use like a wet beauty blender or my Sigma brushes, like their F80. So this was definitely a change, but a very pleasant one. And I feel like my makeup looks very seamless. You guys can definitely let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree. I'm all ears, but very happy with the sponge. And then I'm also really thrilled with my 2 purchases from Smashbox. I was excited about these, but I didn't really know what to expect. but super cool. I mean, the foundation looks great. I think I did a great job shade matching myself. So this is a really good color for me. It's not overly orange. I think it goes well with my neutral olive cool tone skin. So very, very happy with this. I'm excited to see if this is a long wearing foundation for me. It is a radiant foundation, but I didn't think it was overly glowy. So overall, I'm very, very excited about this. Very excited to see the potential with this foundation. And with the concealer, I was pleasantly surprised because I was thinking maybe this might be more like the Kosas concealer, you know, very radiant, very glowy. Not the vibe for these designer eye bags, but it turned out, even though it's described as kind of like a radiant concealer that you can use as a highlighter and a contour and all that stuff, I feel like it looks like a very beautiful, natural kind of concealer, and I powdered it, and so far I'm very, very impressed. Again, I also really like this color match. I picked the shade M2OW. I bought both of these products on the Ulta website, actually all three of these from the Ulta website, so I will go ahead and link those down below for you guys in case you're curious and you want to pick them up as well. So yeah, I had 10 out of 10 for me on all the products that I tested out today. Doesn't always go that way, so I'm pleasantly surprised. Very happy, especially since everything I showed in today's video I did buy with my own money, so it always feels validating when you spend your hard-earned cash on makeup and it turns out even better than you hope. So yeah, I really like this makeup look. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you've tried any of the makeup that I tested out today. I love hearing from you guys, and I will see you in another video very, very soon. Bye!